Donald Trump, unprecedented in every way. I've tried all weekend. I'm doing homework. Okay, trying to find a start to a presidency. First couple weeks, first month, where everything has been turned over on its heels, getting things done, doing exactly what you said you were going to do to get yourself elected. And the opposition's got nothing. Yeah, there's some whining and complaining out there, but the country likes everything that's happening for the most part. I'll start off, okay? First thing that again, put a massive smile on my face was that Trump said he's going to be either firing all of these brand new IRS agents that Joe Biden wanted to hire, and instead bringing on border agents, or telling these IRS agents, hey, maybe we'll send you guys down to the border rather than going out and auditing people. Fantastic. Love it. The whole Biden IRS thing was stupid in the first place. Well, why don't you spend the money first, spend a hell of a lot less money, and modernize the IRS? Maybe use computers that are, I don't know, from the 21st century. Because, you're using the same computer language that was used in the bloody 1960s. You don't believe me? Look it up. They are. And then this situation with Colombia. So we're flying illegals back to Colombia, and Colombia's saying, no, we're not going to take those flights. We're not going to do that. Send them back. Trump's on a golf course. Trump's on the golf course, and he gives a list of things that he's going to do immediately unless you take your people back. It was less than an hour. Less than an hour, and they caved. Colombia caved. The cynical Publius has got a great handle out there. And again, this is how remarkable he put together, how remarkable this entire exchange was. Let's go by the traditional approach. So Colombia says, nope, we're not taking the repatriation flights. So what would happen? Well, nothing over the weekend. The State Department would get together. They would have a task force. You'd have the DOD, the NSC, the DEA, ICE, Commerce, Treasury, Homeland Security, a big meeting they'd have. They would meet for days, and then they would put together a position paper. Now this position paper is then rejected by the Secretary of State. He's not happy. Insufficient equity considerations that are built into the process. They get together a week later to develop 3 new equity-centric courses of action, and they put together another position paper. Again, we get, Washington, D.C. gets maybe an inch of snow. The process gets delayed by another week. Secretary of State approves a new position paper for interagency circulation, and considerable input is received from the heads of other departments, so the task force must reconvene. Oh, okay, so you get the 3 proposed responsive course of action. They're scrapped in favor of a new 4th course of action that achieves the worst aspects of the 3 prior course of action, but satisfies the interagency. Someone then at the State Department who disagrees leaks this to the Washington Post, who writes a story about how ineffective the presidential administration is. Then the White House chief of staff sets up a session 3 days later to brief the president, who approves a new 4th course of action. Over a month after the issue was first raised, the State Department public affairs officer holds a press conference announcing that Colombia has agreed to send fewer criminals into the U.S., and everyone declares victory. Oh, pats ourselves on the back. This is what good government is. This is what we people in Washington, D.C. do. Shitheads. Well, let's go to Donald Trump. Colombia announces it will not take our repatriation flights. After a par 5 third hole where he goes 1 under par, Trump uses his iPhone to post on social media as to how the United States will destroy Colombia's economy if they do not do what the USA demands. By the time Trump gets to the par 4 6th hole, Colombia's president has agreed to repatriate all the illegal Colombians in his own plane, which he'll pay for. Trump finishes 3 under par and goes to the clubhouse for a Diet Coke, where he posts a gangsta AI image of himself and the new FAFO doctrine. That's checkmate. Done and done. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.